This is responsible for shiny object syndrome. Shiny object syndrome comes from a lack of clarity in what you want to achieve. Social media amplifies what people want to show, causing our minds to wander off comparing what we are doing to what we could potentially have. You will need to figure out what it is you want to do, but I'm positive that after this video, you will have a supreme starting point. A prerequisite for this is do not listen to this if you want to chase a quick dopamine rush or just to bookmark it and never watch it again. This video is made for guidance that you can apply, and this data is driven by me interviewing 12 successful people who have customized their life. So, you're going to have to get over this ridiculous fear of failure, and when you do, you'll realize that is progression in its truest form. You will also need to put your ego to the side and be okay with building in front of people. Thinking is hard, and that's why people judge. If they don't have what you want, then don't take their opinions or unsolicited advice. The bad news is, time flies, but the good news is, you are in the pilot seat. Now, I've worked with hairdressers, dentists, lawyers, singers, opticians, social media influencers, drink companies, furniture companies, personal trainers, boutique hotels, interior designers, cybersecurity firms, private health firms, insurance firms, and the list goes on. I would argue that they and I are no smarter than you, but we have clarity on what we want. And that clarity came from mass confusion, shiny object syndrome, and something not quite sitting right with society telling us what we are to be. We are problem solvers. Humans tend to amplify problems, but society runs on people not knowing what they want to do. If we observe most people in society that head into work, there is family pressures, societal illusions of stability, wanting more freedom and autonomy, and authority of what you want to do with your time. Renting out your time for unfulfilled work, zero time for creative endeavours, and why it results in you using a little time you afford yourself for mindless scrolling. You've convinced yourself that boredom has crept in. Boredom is a companion of comfort. Comfort is a shield from the fear of change. Change is the uncharted realm due to a narrow view and lack of perspective. Let me explain. Let's imagine our life is a computer game. In order to slay dragons and progress to the next level, we have to learn skills along the way. Right now, we have sticks and stones. What we really want is a big fucking flying Godzilla with a bazooka attached to it. So you can either repeat the same level again and again, or you can learn from failing and gain skills in order to progress to the next level. Those skills allow us to buy, in context, magic potions, advanced educations, swords, self-reliance and awareness of self-value, armor, calculated risks, lessons from failing and iterating, and expanding your tribe, networking. So you right now cannot be the person you want to be in the future, and that's a good thing because we are now conscious of a problem area that demands focus. You can either do what everyone thinks you should be doing, but that will lead to burning out and resentment, or you can use the fact that you are now aware of your feeling stuck, research the fields that you are curious about, and in doing so, find out what you are passionate about, learn, fail, learn, iterate, and progress. Fundamentally, throw shit at a wall and see what sticks. You have to do what you don't want to do in order to find out what you want to do. And this is where you will learn self-reliance on your own. That's why it's called self-reliance. You'll eventually get so sick of your own excuses that you've had enough, and that's where I found true growth begins. The internet has revolutionized traditional career path, empowering individuals to pursue their passions and achieve financial independence. I trust that you are somewhat aware that conventional routes of education and employment often lead to working for others, which is fine if that's what you want. But the rise of remote work and freelance work, along with the booming creator economy, offers new opportunities for autonomy. Social media platforms provide accessible means for individuals to build audiences and distribute the work, enabling them to monetize their interests. By leveraging technology, social media, and audience engagement, individuals can create and distribute products or services, leading to greater control over their time and their financial access. Look, my trajectory was set in banking. Then I was to move to law. For me personally, I couldn't think of a worse career to devote my time to once I saw what life was like. Zero creativity and hard work being rewarded with more hard work. Renting out a lot of time for money and bonuses that I would be taxed 40% plus on. Pizzas and drinks on a Friday because we're family. Usually, people are assigned careers to them by family or the illusions of stability. That path was chosen for them, not by them. So when they find themselves stuck in the same repetitive, mindless routine, they're on the hamster wheel and they feel that they cannot get off. Now, fear not. If you do hate your job, don't panic. I believe that these are stepping stones. It is possible to pivot from the place you feel stuck in, but you do have to take action in finding out what you want. No one else will do that for you. It's not as easy as his gurus make it sound, but neither is it as hard as you've made it out to be in your head. If you're asking me, this is a very exciting time. Now let's bridge. Look at how we learn and how that influences what we think we want. Most of society wake up and hit the snooze button. They commute to work in bumper-to-bumper traffic. They spend 8 hours at an unfulfilled workplace. They come home too tired to be around family, if they have family, to go to a club at a weekend, post for a few photos for Instagram and pretend it's all cushy. They spend the little time they afford themselves to mindlessly scroll on social media, go to sleep, wake up, and repeat that again. Now, is this what you want? Or is that what you think you should be doing? Because if it is the latter, then that is social programming. Being able to zoom out of social media is investment into your future life and peace of mind. Let me say that again. Being able to zoom out of social media is an investment into your future life and peace of mind. How we learn. The school system was designed after the Industrial Revolution in order to train up workers for factory employment. Mindless, obedient workers. I'm not shitting on the school system or 9-to-5s here, but what I'm getting at is most people stop learning after school. We are digital. You can't deny that. You're watching this via the internet. There is an overwhelming abundance of courses, training, literature, podcasts where you can deep dive, learn a full wealth of education, become someone significant at your chosen path, and drastically change your life in 6 to 9 months. Or you can keep mindlessly scrolling. Now, armed with the understanding that our biggest mistake is avoiding mistakes altogether, let's chart a course for meaningful change fundamentals that you can apply. This is how I managed to change my life set and in order change my life. Challenge societal expectations, question the pressures imposed by family and societal norms that steer us away from our true desires. Acknowledge that longing for freedom and autonomy, which you can find online. Remember, the internet is still a relatively new thing. Break free from the comfort zones. Recognize the illusion of comfort and stagnation it breeds. Embrace the discomfort for catalysts for growth and change. Start small, dream big. Don't worry, I also cringe there, but it's true. Understand that progress is made through incremental steps. Dream boldly, but begin with manageable actions. What do I mean by that? Find out what you want by writing out what you don't want your life to be like. Reverse engineer that list. Is it your diet? Is it your sleep? Is it what you consume? Is it who you hang around with? Embrace failure as feedback. So I done a video on the privilege of failure, and that would have taught us that failure is not a setback, but as a stepping stone towards progress. If you learn from your mistakes and iterate towards them and gain valuable skills along the way, then you'll understand that mistakes are setbacks and they're going to happen. But you're not a special case. In fact, build in public. Use your social media page as an online resume that you can show your work and results that compound over time. In fact, had you followed me last year, you would have seen on my Instagram that I put up a lot of my work, which then I would use to drive traffic, leads, to resulting from me getting paid for the value I brought to their table. Chart your own path. Reject the path laid out by others and explore your curiosity. Experiment with different pursuits. Uncover your true passions and interests. Transcend assigned roles. Recognize that societal roles and career paths aren't predetermined destinies. Take ownership of your trajectory and pivot towards fulfilling endeavors. It's your life. It's your creativity. No one else is going to do this for you. No one else is going to give you a permission slip. Just fucking get it done. Embrace continuous learning. Step out from the confines of traditional education and embrace the wealth of digital resources available. Dive deep into the areas of interest to you and expand your horizons. Take a course in your spare time and begin implementing. Read about your preferred field of work. Network with who you find online. Show up giving instead of asking. Take action. Look, just fucking do it. Seize the opportunity to shape your future by actively seeking out what resonates with you. Embrace the excitement of self-discovery and personal growth because it's fucking tremendous. It's going to be overwhelming at the start. It's supposed to be. That's why it's called learning. It's going to be hard and lonely. That's why it's called growth. It's not difficult. It's just new. Set a goal. Commit to learning as you start building. Take small steps, but not giant leaps. Dream big, but start small. The obstacle is the path. The day you plant the seed is not the day you eat the fruit. They say Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay, but I can guarantee they were laying bricks consistently.